So, just a fair warning, I'm about to go into a fairly long rant that has basically no structure. I just came from the rant, so I know. So, good luck. I needed to do it, so please listen. I know it's going to be tough, but there will be an end, and there will also be a fun little food video at the end, so enjoy. I'm gonna go back to Vikings now. I just started the series and looks pretty awesome. And you know why I started it was because I watched Warcraft, and God, that is a sweet movie. You need to watch it if you haven't, because it's so cool. Anyways, good luck. I'll see you soon. So, welcome back. I'm just hanging out by myself because Jimmy's at work for the night again. But it's okay because it's just once a week, so it's not that bad. But I was just thinking and I was reflecting on my week so far. It's just Wednesday, and school's going good. Classes are fine. Life is pretty simple. But despite all of that and how simple and lovely it all sounds, I've still had like a bit of a troubling week. A couple days ago, just at night, I was just thinking, and sometimes you overthink about your life and where it's going, and the present, the future, the past, everything. And sometimes I think about living in Japan and all the opportunities that it offers me, and also all the things that I miss out on while I live here. But that's just the life that I chose, so here I am. I've just been thinking about, after the 3 years here, like what's gonna happen. And it's far enough ahead that it's not something that I really need to worry about right now, but at the same time, it's good to be prepared. So last year I graduated, so I have my degree, and I've been working for a couple years teaching abroad. However, I don't expect to be living in Asia for the rest of my life. Probably only the next 3 years I'll be in Japan, and then after that, I don't think that I'll be living abroad again anytime soon, unless Jimmy decides to extend his contract, and then he'll be placed, either in the States or somewhere else. So that's still a decision that he has to make, or we have to make together. But as it stands, what we're thinking anyway is that after our time here is done, we'll move back to the States. And we're thinking, well, he was thinking about Washington area. I'm not sure if that means like Seattle specifically. That would be nice. But that's sort of for me, like he's doing that for me, because sometimes I'm just moping around saying how much like I miss my family, or like how I don't want to be so far away from them for so long. I always wanted to travel, and I've never really had a problem being away from home, but at the same time, there's just such a short time in my life and my parents' life and my sister's life where we're like all still young and able. I mean, me and my sister will be young and able for a long time, but my parents won't always be young and able, and I want to be there and take part in that part of their life and have them be part of mine too. So I don't want to be so far away that it's like not possible to be in each other's lives. I think that's where this like whole online business, like it seems like it makes it easier to be far away, because we can still talk and we're still in contact with each other. I write letters. That's something that I enjoy doing, and we send packages to each other. But it's not the same as obviously being together in person. So living in Washington will be really nice because it's just a couple hours to the border, and then Vancouver's right there. And I did live in Vancouver for about 5 years, almost 6 years. So you know, it is a little bit my home. Like, I did live in Williams Lake my whole life until 17 or 18, but you know, I made a lot of decisions on my own when I lived in Vancouver, so it holds a special place in my heart and probably always will. So I'm excited to be closer to Vancouver and just on the West Coast, because I think forever will be a West Coast girl. Like, that's just where I feel like I belong. I mean, I want to be open to living anywhere, but I think truly, you know, in your heart, there's just places where you feel like where it's right, and the West Coast is like where I feel that. So anyways, getting back, so moving to Washington, so I've been trying to think about what that means for me in terms of like my job opportunities. Now, I have worked many jobs in the past. I'm always working. I've been working since I was 15, and throughout university, I always had a job for the most part. So I've been doing a lot of research on what I might enjoy pursuing. I do have a degree, but that means very little in terms of like specific jobs that you can get. Like, you really need to have experience in like a specific area, or, you know, something. And I've had so many different jobs, and there's not one specific job out of those ones that I'm like, I really want to go back into it. There's things that I take from all of them, or like things about those jobs that I really enjoyed and would continue pursuing, but not specifically that job. And the ones that I love the most, I mean, I really enjoyed serving, and that means that I like to work with people. You know, I like customer service. I loved my job painting, and that was only for a summer. For like 3 months, I painted houses, inside, outside, and that was probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. Just, you know, you work outside, it's super enjoyable, it's hands-on, and then the satisfaction when you see the house painted after is just like, I just love it. So, and also I grew up with my dad and my mom, who are both like very much like hands-on kind of DIY. You know, my dad does everything. He's amazing. There's not a lot of people left out there who can do all the things that he can do. And just from observing it and seeing it pretty much my whole life, I feel like I don't know if I want to do everything that he's done, because, you know, it's a lot of hard work, and I see how it like, I mean, I think he's satisfied, but at the same time, you know, he always looks at something and he sees like, you know, some small mistake, and then it just like kills him or something. So what am I getting at? What am I getting at talking about this? Anyways, so the programs I'm looking at, they're online programs, and one is landscape design and the other one is interior design. And I'm just trying to map out how I'm gonna do them before I get back to Washington. And even if it's something that I really want to do, I don't know until I get into it. So right now I'm at that point where I'm like, can I make the decision to go forward with something, you know, put the money into it, put the time into it, and, you know, hoping for the best, hoping that it's something that I want to do. And if it is, then that's great. And hopefully, you know, upon entering the States, like, I'm able to find an internship, B, just working alongside somebody, you know, or volunteer experience, any of that, you know. Just trying to take a breather, you know. So easy to overthink things, and I'm in one of those situations where I don't have a lot of people like around me. Like, it's easy to vent into words like by typing them on the computer, but I feel like, you know, you don't get that emotional release like you do when you talk to somebody face to face. And you know, Skype helps. I talk to some of my friends on Skype, and that really makes like a huge difference in my like everyday life. You know, and I have Jimmy. I love him, and, you know, he's there for me. But I feel like every now and then, like, you need to have a new perspective, new point of view. You need like a girlfriend to talk to, or at least I do. Like, I'm not a person who needs to be around people all the time. Not all the time, that's for sure. When I lived in Korea, like, I had a really great group of friends when I lived there, but I would separate my weekends. Like I'd do one weekend hanging out with them, and the next weekend I'd be doing a weekend just for myself, where I lived at home. I focus on, you know, my own projects, and then the next weekend again I'd like try and hook up with them and go out. But here I haven't had that pretty much at all. I did make a couple friends in the very beginning, but you know, they've just up and moved back to America, so you know, it's okay. It's okay. I'm surviving, but you know, the 3 years is daunting. That's what it really comes down to, is like, you know, my sanity, and just trying to keep organized, try to keep moving forward, make goals, you know, accomplish them, checklists off, and you know, do a lot of learning along the way. And then hopefully by the time, you know, we get to that point of moving, you know, I'll have something good set up for myself. So woo-hoo. Yeah, but anyways, beyond all of that, all the things that are going on in my mind, as you can see, you know, there's just, I've got a ton of thoughts, concerns, you know, just everyday stresses, long-term, short-term stresses, and just need to vent. So, you know, please share your concerns below in the comments, things that you're going through right now, you know, what you do to de-stress, you know, anything's helpful, you know. And also just send me some smiles, and just send me something personal, because you know that those little things get me through my day. Honestly, like, I don't need a lot, I just need a little bit. So yeah, anyways, continuing on with the video, this was a kind of a long ranty beginning, but we're just gonna finish it off with a little bit of food porn. So I did a little bit of filming of a dinner that we had the other day, just the two of us, obviously, because we don't have friends. I mean, it was really delicious, so let's check it out. you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. It was a bit of a rant and then a cool video, and now I'm just gonna get out of here. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.